Today, we'll be discussing how hate and hatred can consume and destroy us.
Oh, don't ask that. Welcome back to TalktousToday. I'm Namita, and today on TalktousToday, we will be discussing one of the most powerful emotions, hate. Well, all human beings feel a wide range of emotions: happiness, sadness, love, anger, hate, and many other emotions. But hatred is one of those strong and intense emotions that can easily spiral out of control. It can quickly consume a person's thoughts, actions, and behaviors. What do you say, Simrit?
Absolutely. It's so true, Namita. Love can do the same thing, but love is such a positive emotion. So it doesn't bother us. It's wonderful to be consumed by love. But the feelings of hatred, when they consume people, they make you act in ways that are completely out of character. And that's the sad part.
Yeah.
And, it reminds me of a famous quote by Siddhartha Buddha. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else, but you're the one who gets burnt.
Oh, wow.
Like imagine holding
it and you're burning yourself as well. Yeah.
You're thinking, oh my God, wait, I'm going to burn someone else. But it doesn't work that way. It's such a true fact, right? Harboring anger and hatred towards someone else hurts the person who's holding the anger and hate more. And the person who you're directing it towards doesn't affect them that much. It burns us from inside. And of course, we could hate traffic jams, mathematics, or sci-fi movies if you want. I know you don't hate any of that stuff, but if you do, that's fine. But when you hate a person or a group of people, it's extremely problematic and detrimental to ourselves.
Absolutely.
We know how that stands.
Absolutely, Simrit. As young as 9-year-old, feel this emotion so strongly. So, the other day my daughter came and she's like, Mama, I hate this girl. I was like, what happened? No, she hates me. Like, why does she? Oh, because she thinks I took away her best friend. It's not my fault if somebody wants to play with me. But I hate her. How, like, oh my God, hold on. Just calm down, okay? Let you have to just be calm down and let go. Think about it. Just give it some time. That's so amazing. So, that's why like even, it is such a normal reaction, this hate. And there are certain people who will hate you even when they don't know each other, and like what? And I know I hate pedophiles, rapists, and so on. Although it creates even negative feelings, I know, although it creates even negative feelings, it feels completely natural to have this hate. But the problem becomes when our anger or hate starts interfering with our personal thoughts, friendships, relationships, or our day-to-day functions like work, school. So, when our hate starts affecting our mental health, it starts consuming more and more of our thoughts. It's extremely dangerous. I mean, and it can have very, negative consequences. And if you think it's just going out of your control, I think you should seek professional help. It's very, very important.
Absolutely. I agree. When we have toxic feelings, our space for true joy and happiness becomes smaller because we have these feelings which are negative and they always surround our other feelings. It creates a pattern of unhappiness and it causes a spiral downward effect, which is so detrimental to our emotional and social health too. Like imagine two people, and I say any human being in the world is facing some kind of challenges, some negativity, some kind of feelings of hatred. And when you see two people at a party, what puts it apart? You see one person, let's say both people are facing similar, feelings of hatred or anger inside. One person has decided, you know what, today's a night out. I'm not going to let this affect me. They go out, they have a great time. Other person is wallowing in that anger, that hatred. I can't believe this guy. I can't believe my boss, yelled at me. I hate this guy. I want him out. I don't want to work there anymore. And then they spread it. They're like talking to anybody. Listen, you know what happened to me? I'm so sad. I'm so upset. And we wallow in it. And that you can see somebody's facial expression change. I mean, I think Audrey Hepburn said the most beautiful women are the ones who smile the most, laugh the most. We're not saying they're hypocrites like, but something we were talking about earlier, compartmentalize. It's wonderful. Compartmentalize. Yeah, deal with your daily lives. And the problem becomes when we affect our immediate family members, right? When we have children and spouses, these feelings of hatred creep into our daily lives, affect everyone around us. And children who grow up with hatred, even if the hatred, God forbid, is like, hopefully is not directed towards them, they grow up with negative feelings and cynicism and
How much?
pessimistic of other.
Absolutely, Simrit. Absolutely. I have seen such people who they breathe, they eat, or whatever it is, like always criticizing or making comments and hating people, dislike and like, oh my God, let me away from such people. So you're absolutely right.
I mean, I've seen that even these feelings, they create stubbornness and inflexibility in our mind process. Like, imagine we know certain people who, even in our groups, have hatred towards a certain person, and then they become like, we're like, no, but that guy was nice, and no, and we're like, oh my God, chill out, right?
It just fades away, the thought process, totally fading away, not able to see things clearly.
Yes. Sometimes these spiraling emotions are worse because they can cause aggression and physical violence, especially when it becomes part of mass hysteria.
Oh, absolutely, Simrit. Although, all of us experience hate, and sometimes we would get more affected by feelings of hatred than we would want to,
Yes.
So that's how we have to learn. We can control our feelings or not. Is it possible to do that? To control these
of course.
feelings of hate and actions. So but how to do it? That's there. Here comes the important point: how to do it. As the first one you mentioned, compartmentalize. Yes, compartmentalize your. Do not mix it with your daily life, your emotions, your other experiences. So, for me, the other tip would be, why you're hating the person. You should know the reason behind it. Why you're hating the person. Are there any underlying feelings of jealousy or competition or some lingering grudge? Understand why.
Or is it just or is it just tit for tat like your daughter? I hate her because she hates me.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's always good to know why you have this feeling of dislike and why it is so strong. So if you feel it is going beyond, you should talk to someone you trust. You should just vocalize about this feeling to someone. It definitely helps. That's what I feel.
Talking to someone who you trust is always great. Like, if you can go for professional help, and in fact, even before that, if you have a friend who you can trust, go out for a cup of coffee, go for a glass of wine, sit there and go, you know what? I wanted to talk to you about something. I am really getting bothered because I hate this person. What can I do? And the other person doesn't have those feelings. They're like, yeah, she's annoying. But you know what? You just need to let go. I think that would be the best advice you would.
Oh, yes. I love this word.
I know. This quote is amazing. So I think if we know what our triggers are and who invokes these feelings of hatred from within us, I don't care what people say, just avoid these people if possible. If they're not in your immediate circles, and even if they are, try to avoid situations where these triggers come up. And until you can come to terms with why you're so angry and negative when this person is around, the best solution is avoid that person or people altogether. Yourself in toxic situations and keep your feelings and emotions positive. This is about yourself, not about the other person.
Well, very good point, Simrit. I'm a person of energy. So if I see there's a negative energy in the room of somebody's, somehow, you get uncomfortable, I just walk out of the room. I was like, sorry, boss. I cannot let my whole balance energy just get affected by somebody else's. I just get out, like, sorry, I can't. I mean, I just want to be happy. I just want to be feeling okay. Whatever reason it might be, I don't know. But so being positive and keeping yourself away from these people is absolutely correct. And I would also feel that keeping your atmosphere positive. I know it can be hard, but engage in activities which give you happiness. Also you need to accept that we can't change everything or everyone. We all need to coexist in this world. There will be certain situations or circumstances that we cannot change at all. So just learn to accept them. Accept certain people will not change. That is who they are. And as Simrit said, avoid them until you reach a point where their presence doesn't bother you so much. So
Absolutely.
the room.
100%.
Oh,
So
and
I
and
love
it doesn't mean that you are coward or you're running away from the situation. It doesn't mean that.
Oh, absolutely not. I hate when people overthink a situation. If you're avoiding somebody, I think you're focusing on yourself. You're not focused. I mean, and like, we don't want to give them that much importance either. But it's about you. Do anything. Don't overthink it. Oh, if I don't go to this party, people will think I'm scared. God, who gives a shit, man? Like, think about yourself. It's like, we forget to focus on ourselves. Focus on the good in your life. This is my opinion. Focus on the good in your life. Focus on people who who love you, and try to stay with like-minded people. Like, if there's someone who I have to go, like, be in the presence of or feeling, I would rather avoid that and pick up the phone and go, Namita, can we go out for lunch? I just need to chill and get my
You've done
mind
this so many times.
balanced. I love that, right? And be introspective. Try to understand yourself. Be introspective through meditation, prayer, therapy, through talking, whatever. Therapy is talking to friends as well, right? Other than that, and understand your own triggers. Try to understand your hatred and why you feel it. Reach a point where you can forgive the other and move on. Or if you're like me and you have a hard time forgiving, and I get that, guys, and you don't have any empathy for the other person, you're just like, then create a space where you accept that, you know what, like we talked earlier, this is who she is, this is who he is, this is who they are. They're too loud, they're too noisy, they're too rude. Okay, God bless them. I'm not going to deal with it. Let go of the hate for yourself and your family members. That's more important.
Well, that's a great advice, Simrit. Great advice. I absolutely love when you say just, let them be. We are happy in our own world and let go, whatever it is.
Let go. I love that.
Well, I think it's time for our takeaway. So today's takeaway is all have feelings of hatred at some point, but try to keep them in control and not affect us negatively. You should try to understand your hatred, why you have this feeling, speak to someone about it, and try to focus on good things that you have in your life, which makes you happy, and really try to move on, let go.
And let go. Let go. I love that. That's our mantra for today. Let go, guys. Anger, let go. Positivity, accept. That's what it is. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's all on Talk to Us today. But we look forward to hearing from you all. Don't let go of us, please. That's not what we're talking about.
It's bad feelings we're talking about.
We should be able to give you some positivity. That's what it's all about here. Please tell us what you thought of today's segment by sending us all an email at hello@talktoustoday.com, or use the comment section below and let your friends know where to find us.
Yes, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to stay notified of our new videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us on Talktous today. Remember to talk about Talktous today. Keep smiling.
Keep laughing.
Keep laughing.
And keep talking.